1st of November 2023. In this news flash I'm going to talk about Zelensky. Now, about a year ago I did a Skidmark in which I said Biden has served divorce papers on Zelensky and they only have to sort out now the maintenance of the kids and so forth. But it seems to me that that whole process has now come to an end, because the article that was published yesterday in an American magazine about Zelensky is absolutely scathing. And to me, it is quite clear that the West, America specifically, is done with Zelensky. And that is a potential tragedy. But first, listen to the article. I took the liberty of hauling my old assistant, Cookie Doll. Now, those that watch my radio control channel will remember Cookie Doll. I asked her to prepare the text for you instead of me reading it. Enjoy.
The U.S. magazine Time has published a piece dedicated to Ukraine. Here's the main thing from the material about the situation on the front. Ukraine will not have enough men to use Western weapons, even if the U.S. and its allies supply Kiev with all the promised arms. The ranks of Ukrainian troops have become so empty that the average age of conscripts has risen to 43. Some Ukrainian soldiers refuse to go on the offensive even under direct orders from Zelensky's office. Ukrainian authorities in early October demanded the military to carry out an operation to take Gorlovka, but received only the question, with what? In response, as the military has neither men nor weapons. Even before winter, amid Kiev's lack of progress, at least one minister and a general in charge of the counteroffensive may be sacked. Their names have not yet been disclosed. On theft and energy, Ukraine officials are stealing like there's no tomorrow, an unnamed advisor to Zelensky said. Power outages this winter will be more serious than last year's. But the population will now blame not Russia, but the Ukrainian authorities, who are unprepared for winter. On the betrayal of the West, Zelensky is deluding himself and does not see that Ukraine is not winning the conflict, his unnamed aide said. Zelensky feels that his Western allies have betrayed him and left him with only the means to survive but not to win the conflict with Russia, a member of his team has said. Zelensky returned angry from a trip to Washington in September. Time writes about Zelensky's admission that all his energies are spent on convincing the West of Kiev's victory.
Well, it's quite clear. This is the most negative publication I've seen of Zelensky in an American press article. And I think Zelensky is in deep trouble. His environment is going to change rapidly now. And I'm quite sure he sits in his dark little room, sniffing his powders, and think back about the opportunity lost during that negotiations with the Russians in March and April last year, in which an agreement was reached, and that agreement contained very favorable conditions for Ukraine. But Boris the clown enthusiastically jumped on a train to Kiev and told Zelensky not to sign the thing. Well, here we are. It seems like it is the end of the road for Zelensky and most probably Ukraine as we know it, because without American support, Ukraine is done. The American taxpayers are even paying the civil servants' salaries in Ukraine. all of that is going to dry up now. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments if you like the work that Cookie Doll does. I think it was quite entertaining, but thank you for your support, and I really appreciate the financial support that people are giving me. And then give it a like, give it a subscribe, and share the thing. Let's see if we can hit that 10,000. Thank you.